A24's X, written and directed by Ty West, was a really big surprise this year and is my favorite film of the year so far. With that being said, we just got our trailer for the prequel film titled Pearl, and we are going to break down every single shot in the trailer. Let's not waste any more time and get right into it. What's up everybody, I'm Carter Scotland Allen. For those of you that don't know me, welcome to my film channel. Talk anything and everything film related. If I'm interested, I will talk about it. And today we're talking about Pearl. X is my favorite film of the year. Again, I love that film. I bought it, I have it on my shelf behind me. I never really go out and buy films right away, right when they come out on Blu-ray, but X was one of those films that just blew me away. I saw it in theaters, I rented it at home on demand, and then I went out and bought it on Blu-ray right when it came out. So it is just one of those films that I absolutely love, and I cannot wait for the prequel. I remember seeing the teaser as the end credits for X, and I was like, what the hell is this? So I cannot wait, but with that being said, let's get into every single shot in the Pearl trailer. And please be sure to stick around, like and subscribe, because this trailer is wild and I cannot wait to talk anything and everything Pearl. I do think this is going to be a very enjoyable watch in September. We start off the trailer with the opening shot reading the text, A24 invites you to discover an extraordinary origin story. This fades and then we see the barn doors open in a similar fashion to the opening scene of X, which obviously came out earlier this year. Although this time around, the barn looks much more clean, much more pristine condition compared to what we last saw in X, as X took place in the 70s, late 70s. This film takes place about 40 years earlier. We get our first voiceover, "Please Lord, make me the biggest star the world has ever known so that I may get far away from this place," Pearl says while praying before bed. We see Pearl on the farm pushing a man in a wheelchair, who I'm assuming is Pearl's father, as a mysterious woman looks down from the window above, and I'm also assuming that this woman is probably going to be Pearl's mother. This is obviously a direct callback to X earlier this year, in which Pearl looked down above on Maxine in almost the same window, just the window next to it. Caring for your family during these times is admirable, but you only get one take at this life, says the man to Pearl in what I'm assuming is the farmhouse or the audition scene later in the trailer in town. "If only they would just die," Pearl says in voiceover as she sits in a bathtub naked while the man, again possibly her father, in a wheelchair sits there. She then flicks water all over him with her leg. "Pardon?" "Nothing," Pearl says. The music intensifies as Pearl wheels the man out to the docks, where fans will remember seeing from X as somebody got a little chomped. We hear someone say "feed him" or "feedo." I couldn't quite break down this scene, and I did use the subtitles to try and see if it could tell me what they were saying, what this character was saying. I'm assuming it's Pearl saying "feedo" or something along those lines, like calling the gator its name, whatever name it might be. I don't know. It just sounds like, hey, it's feeding time, and yeah, it's quite gross. Pearl smiles as a gator works its way towards the docks. We then see Pearl running across the cornfield at night, or I'm assuming this is probably Pearl running at night. Cut to her drinking while watching a film of women dancing, with a voiceover saying, "I want to be special, dancing up on the screen like the pretty girls in the pictures." Pearl is then seen picking up an egg and squeezing it until it bursts in a very shocking shot. Cut to a very well-timed shot of one of our new characters with her hand covering her mouth in disbelief, just as we, the audience, are meant to feel by seeing Pearl squeeze that egg. Pearl does a quiet hand signal to the woman with an eerie smile. Shh. We see the mysterious woman, possibly Pearl's mother, and she delivers a creepy-ass line saying, "I will not let you leave this farm again." Cut to Pearl in a red dress with runny eye makeup, and an even quicker cut to Pearl grabbing a pitchfork and presumably killing a nice old duck with it. And cut to a nighttime shot with the text, "A new film by Ty West." "I'm worried there may be something real wrong with me," Pearl says as she pets a goat with bloodied hands. The shocked woman from earlier is seen sitting with Pearl at a church as she says, "Rumor has it they only take one gal per town." The casting director calls next, and then another casting director says, "We're looking for somebody with X Factor," an obvious callback to the earlier film from this year, X. This line, although may feel a little bit on the nose, just made me genuinely a bit more excited for this film, because I do think it will not be taken as seriously as X. I know X is a weird film to kind of take seriously, but I do think X is going to hint on those darker, more emotional notes, whereas Pearl will probably just be a more typical slasher fun thrill ride, and I'm okay with that. Pearl then says, "It has to be me." The man from the beginning talking to Pearl about one take at this life is then heard saying, "How about a film nobody else has seen?" as Pearl looks through a projector window at one of the world's first dirty films. Pearl asks if it's legal, in which he responds, "It will be someday." Then cuts to shots of the cornfield in the day, as well as Pearl in the cornfield moaning and writing something. I don't know, maybe she's just really enjoying that corn. Corn's good, man. Pearl gets a black and white standing ovation with another voiceover of hers, this time saying, "I know what I've done." She says this as a woman with a facial deformity takes off her mask, feeling very reminiscent of a more recent face mask situation. "Bad things," Pearl continues, as we see a woman be thrown into a room and on the floor, cutting to Pearl screaming at a man she just stabbed in the face with a pitchfork. I don't know how they got away with this in the trailer. I do believe this is the gentleman from earlier who possibly gets Pearl to participate in some corn work. Then switching to Pearl in the same red dress from earlier, but this time on stage in a wartime ad or celebration type dance. Pearl continues, "Terrible, awful, murderous things," she says, as we get shots of someone getting their hair brushed and falling out gross, as well as a crazy shot of Pearl feeding a gator with a part of a human on a pitchfork. I am again going to assume that this is the same guy from earlier in the trailer. Pearl opens a shower curtain and we cut to what looks like a bunch of dead rats in the tub. Continuing our quick cut pace for the trailer, we see the woman from the audition earlier running away from Pearl, screaming, "Help me!" as Pearl's walking towards her slowly with an axe. We get a shot of Pearl slapping someone and then using a pitchfork to stab the guy, again from earlier, who I'm assuming is also going to get the pitchfork to the face. "I want to be loved from as many people as possible, but truth is, I'm not really a good person," Pearl says, in the red dress from scene earlier. The voiceover ends with a knife being slammed into the dinner table. I'm guessing this is Pearl's mother early-ish on in the film. Cut to the man who was most likely stabbed in the stomach and face, rolling in his car into the swamp that we see in X, giving people who have seen X a little bit more clarification onto what Pearl has done with people in the past. And then a shot of what looks like a mailman or someone coming home from war, exploding like Bruce the Shark from Jaws. I have zero idea how this shot made the trailer. When I saw this in the theaters at the very end of the credits, I thought there's no way they're going to put that specific shot in the trailer. And wow, if this is in the trailer, I can only imagine what's left in the film. Immediately after this, we get a weird shot of a fully cooked meal, as well as Pearl again eerily smiling, and ending off the trailer with our next title card of her lifting an axe over her head and the title card, Pearl. The music cues back in, and Pearl ends the trailer screaming, "The whole world's gonna know my name," to either her mother or some other lady, and then this time the lady catches on fire directly after, and Pearl is once again seen smiling like she's having the time of her life. The trailer ends with Pearl swinging down that axe and the nice sound of a good old slice or crunch. So now we have talked about basically every single shot in the Pearl trailer. Let me know what you guys think about this trailer. Did it show too much? I personally think Ty West knows what he's doing. I do think he's a smart individual. I loved X. Again, it's my favorite film of the year so far. I think this is going to be a fun ride at the least. I don't necessarily think it's going to top X. I love the creativity, the ability to just be like, "Hey, Mia Goth, you wanna come shoot another movie? Like, you wanna stay down here and just keep doing what we love?" And I love that. Obviously, Ty West and Mia Goth work well together, so I'm going to watch anything that Ty West puts out in the future. I'm very excited for the sequel to X, but I'm also, again, excited for this prequel. This is something that really doesn't happen. You don't get two horror movies in the same universe, in the same year, nearly ever. Like, I don't know how often that happens, and so it's really cool. I'm excited for Pearl, but let me know what you guys thought of the trailer. Did it show too much for you? Are you guys interested? Did you guys even see X? If you guys did see X, go check out my review for that earlier this year. But yeah, I love X. I'm excited for Pearl. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I'm Carter Scotland Allen, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.